how exactly do you pronounce this character's name? Well, that's the subject of this episode, because today, Dave knows Mr. this guy. First, yes, it is surprising to know that this made-up word actually has a correct pronunciation, but there is an official way to say it. But that way has changed, and so has the spelling of it too. And also bear in mind that comic books are the original source material. How things sound is not necessarily taken into consideration when creating something, or is something even agreed upon between two different writers. For example, an early X-Men cartoon called Pride of the X-Men featured the Canadian character Wolverine speaking with an Australian accent. Now yes, that's an obvious faux pas, but it does go to show how certain things sounding a certain way is something that we may take for granted, but is easily misinterpreted by others. Now back onto Mixy. Originally his name was spelled like this. Now if you try your best to pronounce this, it sounds something like this. MXYZPTLK. But then in 1959, rumor has it through a mistake, the spelling was actually changed to, and it stuck. With this new spelling, as it remains today, it can't be pronounced as MXYZPTLK. But, as I said, this could be the way it's said. Another accepted form of the name is, well, Mixy, how about you just tell the people yourself?
It's Mix. Yes. Spit-lick.
Now, even though Mr. Mixy explained it in the Superman animated series, we can't take that as a direct fact. Why not? Well, because, okay, how about we hear it again?
MXYZPTLK. I should have known you'd be behind such a crazy crime.
I don't think so, MXYZPTLK.
Just get us out of here, MXYZPTLK, and we'll convince you to go back to the 5th dimension.
That's right, in Super Friends, it was said in a totally different and often unaccepted way. Although this is actually how I say it, and it's all because of the show Super Friends. But if one animated series works as proof, then why is another one any less valid? But speaking of, let's go back to the Bruce Timm series just for a second.
Now, repite conmigo, chico listo. Mix, spit, lick.
Okay, if other cartoons are as valid, then what about the same cartoon in just a different language? As you can hear, it's not exactly the same in Spanish as it is in English. Ultimately, as I said earlier, this is a made-up word and not even a word that works in traditional English context, or any other language for that matter. And of course, there is the whole matter of how this affects how you say his name backwards. And while saying a person's name backwards is not normally a concern, saying Kiltipsy-Zim is the classic way to get rid of this little imp. But I want to know, what do you say? How do you pronounce Mixy's name? And if you're from around the world, how is the character referred in your native tongue? If you speak a different language other than English, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And as always, this has been Dave Knows.